Hey y'all, what's up? It's Lisa Bonet, and you are locked into Bonet Media. If it's viral, trendy, or messy, we are going to talk about it. All right, let's go ahead and get into this timeline. You guys make sure you smash that like button, share out this live. If you guys are feeling the vibe, go ahead and subscribe. You guys, let's go ahead and get into this. Now, if you guys didn't know, Pinky Doll, okay, was rushed to the ER because she had two heart attacks, y'all. All right. And this is not the first time that she has been in the hospital recently with a health scare. And it has me to thinking, and it brought about this conversation that we're gonna have. And I just wanted to put that out there like, why are so many young influencers falling ill? Right? And I'm not saying that they can't get sick, but it's like chronic chronic situations, right? Chronic diseases, all right? And like I said, this is not the first time that within recently that she has had a health scare, all right? Now, we really need to have an uncomfortable conversation because being young doesn't mean that you're healthy. Okay. And a lot of times it's synonymous with health. And I really wanted to kind of get into that because it got me to thinking too, right? And what I'm seeing right now is scary. It really is. It's scary. Now let's go ahead and get into this. Now, if you guys do not know who Pinky Doll is, she got really popular on TikTok. She was like a TikTok sensation, and she really captivated millions when she did like her viral NPC persona. And she was best known for her catchphrase, like what did she used to say? Ice cream so good, ice cream so good, right? So she really took off on TikTok, right? And quickly became like one of the platform's most recognizable faces. Now, at the peak of her popularity, this online star, she disappeared recently. I think this was in December, like the end of last year. And then when she came back, y'all, she let us know that she was in the hospital and that her kidneys were barely working. Now, I don't know if that was just, her just, you know, just exaggerating. You know what I'm saying? Because that usually leads to dialysis. But I'm not going to question this. Okay. Let's go ahead and get into this. Let me go ahead and bring this up for you guys. And thank you guys for tapping in. Uh oh. Did I erase something? All right, you guys. Hold on. Now, let's go ahead and get into this, you guys. And like I said, um, recently, uh, I heard the report. Well, basically on Instagram, I think it was her management came and posted that she was in the hospital and that she had had two heart attacks, right? And she was hospitalized with serious health conditions, including kidney related issues. Now, out of respect, we're not going to diagnose or speak on anyone's full medical situation, but I am going to show you the videos, okay, so that you guys can see for yourself. But this situation, like this, opens the door to a bigger conversation, okay? And that's what a lot of people are avoiding. All right. Now let's go ahead and get into this video. Let me see. And speaking from experience, when you start seeing things like extremely high blood pressure, which she talked about, uncontrolled blood sugar, and like chronic inflammation, that's not random. And some other things she was talking about, I'm like, that's not random. You know what I'm saying? That's your body breaking down over time. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm just wondering, I mean, she's 29 years old, y'all. That is young. And we're starting to see more and more young influencers and just younger people coming down and suffering from chronic diseases. Now, let me go ahead and pull this up for you guys and let's get into this. And this is her in the hospital. You guys go ahead and take a listen. And then we may go over to TikTok, but let's go ahead and look at these clips first.
Listening stuff? Yeah. What is that? Oh. Okay. So I'm still.
No, y'all, hold on. Let me go to TikTok first. Let's go to TikTok first because I want you guys to actually see when she first got there, okay? I want you guys to see when she first arrived at the hospital, y'all. This is scary when you really think about it. A 30-year-old having two heart attacks. And she's not even 30. A 29-year-old having failing kidneys. And like I said, those like symptoms are from like over time, your body breaking down. Now, you know what? Word on the curb is a lot of people are saying that it has something to do with the C19. And you know, I can't really say that, right? Um, but yeah, y'all, let me go ahead and pull this up. I think it's best if we just go to TikTok and pull this up. And you know, there's a lot of things out there. I think it has a little bit to do with that too as well. Um, and not necessarily not and not just that, right? But the jab. Okay. Now I don't know if she got the jab or not, but a lot of people are saying that this is the C19 related, y'all. Okay. And I know with each generation it's kind of different, but just to see this happening, it's just to me it's unheard of, really. But then again, I haven't really been paying much. Hold on, y'all. All right, you guys, let me pull this up for you. And thank you guys for tapping in. Now let me see. All right, y'all. Let's get into this. Hold on, y'all. Now I'm gonna post some videos of her actually in the hospital when she first got to the hospital. And let me make sure you guys can see this as well. All right, let's go ahead and get into this, guys. I'm just going to play a few videos for you.
I can call them if they feel like coming. Yeah. I think I'm gonna be okay. I think I'm gonna be okay. I don't know what I have yet. But I think I'm gonna be okay. Yeah. But I think it's just a new medication I take in my veins, put it in my blood. That shit's affecting me, but it's still in my body, so my body needs to flush it. But guess what? My kidney ain't working, so I'm not gonna flush it that easy. It's not gonna flush it. It's not gonna flush it, bro. Yeah. I just hope they're not gonna clean my blood because I will be crying. I will be crying. I swear to God, I will be crying, bro. Like, what the fuck? Last year, right? In a motherfucker. Then I said I'm going to get ready to go to work. Even though it's 10 o'clock, I missed on the first line. I kept to take the second appointment. But then it was then that said I was she's not feeling well. Uh, but it's not good, no? Maybe it's too much. Plenty of people just joined the live. I'm going to a heart attack episode, and I'm in the hospital right now. Still at the hospital for like 5 hours. Takes time. I saw the doctor, whatever. They're doing testing in the laboratory. Now when I come back, they're gonna take my blood away from me. It's so funny the way I say take my blood away from me. Yeah, they're gonna test my blood. The transfusion of iron. That's really it's true. Like you don't take my blood away from me. Shit. Again. The first time she's sucking my blood. I can fall now if they feel like coming in the afternoon. Yeah, I think I'm gonna be okay. I won't be able to I think I'm gonna be okay. I don't know what I have yet. Deciding would be down. But I think I'm gonna be okay. Yeah. I'm doing a heart attack check. No, I still talk to y'all, whatever what. Maybe it is like, I don't know, this is like, I don't know. Let's see what this is. I mean, I kind of feel weird, guys. I don't think I'm okay. But, you never know, like when you have something, like when you're doing a heart attack, you don't know. You don't feel it came slow and it just take you. Hope everything's gonna be okay, Chad. It really helps. I'm doing a heart attack check. No, I still talk to y'all, whatever what. Maybe it is. Asking me what happened. I had 2 heart attack episodes this morning. I think it's due to the new medication I tried yesterday. I don't think it was a fit for me. That's why. Yeah. Asking me what happened. I had 2 heart attack episodes this morning. I think it's due to the new medication I tried yesterday. I don't think it was a fit for me. That's why. Yeah. Asking me what happened. I had 2 heart attack episodes this morning. I think it's due to the new medication I tried yesterday. I don't think it was a fit for me. That's why. Yeah. Asking me what happened. I had 2 heart attack episodes this morning.
Okay, you guys, that was Pinky Doll. At the hospital, you saw her, being rushed to the ER. She let you guys know that she had two heart attacks at the age of 29. I cannot say that enough. Okay. She just said that her kidneys are not working. Now, she thinks it's because the medication that they gave her was the wrong medication. It may have been too strong for her. Her body didn't really agree with the medication that they gave her. So they gave her the wrong medication, or was it too strong? You know what I'm saying? A lot of times this is a hit or miss thing. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody is different. But she also says that her body couldn't flesh it out. And why? Because she said her kidneys are not working. Okay. That's another thing that blows me away at the age of 29. All right. That she's having symptoms and conditions and medical conditions that usually happen over time, meaning that they usually happen later on in life. Now, I'm not saying nobody can't have these, but what I'm saying is it's uncommon, y'all. Okay. It is. And she had two heart attacks. So before we go any further, I do wish her positive vibes, sending prayers out to Pinky Doll. Okay, I hope she, gets better. I wish the best for her. I wish her a speedy recovery and back to her health, back to her healthy self. Right. Well, when you talk about your kidneys not working, that's a chronic disease. That's a chronic situation. That's a chronic mental condition. Okay. Now, I did want to take you back to about the end of December of last year when I first saw her in the hospital. Okay. This is when she disappeared from social media. No one kind of knew where she went. And then she did this video. You guys go ahead and take a look at this video. Okay.
This to scare no one. I'm doing this because it's real. I've been dealing with kidney episode. Doctors say my kidneys, they barely work. And this time my son, he saw everything. Feeling weak, losing control. Watching my son witness something I cannot control. This hurt more than pain. I wish I could go back. I wish I didn't pick up bad habits so young. I wish I had a dad to show me the right path when I was little. So I wouldn't have to feel that I have all this weight on my shoulder. I had to be the provider. I have to help my family and make all these bad choices. But wishing doesn't change the damage. Today I could give up on anything. The fame, the money, the lifestyle, just to get my health back. And that's the truth no one wants to talk about. When you're feeling young, feeling healthy, you think you're untouchable. But everything you're doing today, don't wait 20 years to affect you. Sometimes they come fast. And sometimes they come brutal. Drug, alcohol, careless living. They don't seem so dangerous when you're young. Until one day, you sit up on a hospital bed praying for a second chance. Today I am back home and I want to do something real. I'm not doing this to scare no one. I'm doing this because it's real. I've been dealing with kidney episode. Doctors say my kidneys, they barely work. And this time my son, he saw everything. Real. I'm not.
Okay, so you guys saw that video, and what I want to point out is you can have the world at your feet. If you don't have your health is your greatest gift. And she even pointed out, she was like, sometimes it doesn't wait to show it 20 years later, because when you're young, you think you're healthy, you think that it's going to happen to you. You almost feel invincible, right? It feels like you're going to be forever 21. Okay, I know it's a play on words, and it's a whole store that once existed, right? But that was also a lifestyle. It was a way of life. It was a way of thinking. Okay. And this just brings the reality home. Okay. For her even to say that and for this to be happening. And yeah, y'all. So, I mean, not even 6 months later, I don't know if she was on that medication for 6 months or she just got that medication, but for whatever reason, she had two heart attacks, was rushed to the ER. All right. She was there for about 5 hours and then they released her. Okay. So I do want to let you guys know it's good news that she did leave the hospital about a couple of hours ago. She went home. They sent her home. Now, I don't know about the condition of her kidneys. And the reason why I say that is because usually the way that she's talking, like her kidneys are barely working. Um, it won't be able to flush out the medicines, in her body. They also could not give her any type of pain pills because of her kidneys. I don't know what it is about pain pills or strong pain pills that affect the kidneys, but they were not able to give her any pain pills. Okay. But she did leave the hospital. Let's go ahead and look at these clips. Okay. I think she was with her mom.
Lightheaded, but it's gonna have to go be. I can't, see? I be bugging and shit. Amazing. Shady, thank you so much, man. Now we're about to walk out the hospital, take the taxi, and going home. Thank you so much, Chad. Can you take too much medication to get that? Help you. All right, let's go. Yes, la sortie c'est là-bas. Thanks. Thank you. I'm still floating though. So, I guess it's there. Mama. Got this woman. She discovered TikTok, now she can stop. Mama. Oh my God, my legs hurt or shit. No, I'm just walking. I don't know where I'm going. Guys, I think I'm lost. I don't even know where I'm going. They put me like, I don't know, man. I'm just lost. I know. I think it's here. So, yeah. So, see this stuff. Okay. Okay, we got a long way to walk because y'all push me like, y'all, Any money, mo. We gonna take that door. Let's try this one. I always trust the right door, right? Trust the right door.
Now, you guys may have heard, it's great news, right? That she was sent home. She was able to walk out of the hospital. That is so effing scary, okay? For all of us, especially people that are older than her. What the fuck? 29 years old. What are we talking about here? Now, if you guys heard her speak another language, she is originally from Montreal, Canada, and she speaks French. She is with her mother. And if you hear her talking another language, I don't know if that's her primary language, but I know she speaks French and maybe some other type of language. So just in case you heard her going back and talking with her mother, the language she was speaking was French, okay? Because she's originally from um Canada, okay? Hence the accent that she has. But y'all, this is something to think about. This is something that we all need to take, right? Our health seriously. We all need to take into consideration our health. All right. This should be a wake up call, not only for Pinky Doll, which this is not her first wake up call. Like I said, I just showed you guys a clip of when she first was in the hospital for failing kidneys. Okay. At the right young age of 29 years old. Yeah, that should ring alarms for all of us. Okay. And I just wanted to pose that question like, why are so many young people or influencers falling ill like this? You know what I'm saying? Let me see what you guys are saying in the chat. What's up, Coco G Show? You said that's awful, so sad. Exactly. But like I said, I wanted to give you guys an update. And as I was creating this video, she was leaving the hospital. So I was like, oh God, you know what I'm saying? At least I can end it with something positive and she's not still in the hospital. Now, like I said, I'm sure she has to take it easy. Having two heart attacks had to be scary, okay? And a lot of people are like, well, why are you online? Why are you online? That's what she does. That's what she does. And in one of these videos, she was like, if I could be online for 24 hours, I would. You know, so I don't think we should read that much into it because that's what she does. That's where she's most comfortable. And that's why we are seeing her online. Okay. But yeah, y'all, I mean, it's just a scary thing. And it's like, why are so many young people falling ill with such chronic diseases and chronic, conditions? This is not like, you know what I'm saying? She just fainted or something like that. I don't know. I know that your kidneys are delicate. You know what I'm saying? And when your blood pressure stays high for too long, and it's not like some people just think like, oh, drinking alcohol, like alcohol has a lot to do with it, lifestyle and things like that. But some people, when you say kidney or livers, they associate, well, I don't drink alcohol. You know what I'm saying? Or I don't smoke cigarettes. Look, high blood pressure, if it stays high for too long, when your blood sugar isn't controlled, when your body is constantly inflamed, that means that your body, like if all that's happening, your body is inflamed. You're putting stress on your organs that literally keep you alive. And eventually, what happens is they start to fail. Okay. Now, I don't know the rapid progress of that, but here's the part that people don't want to hear. Okay. A lot of these chronic illnesses we're seeing in younger people, they're not just bad luck, they're lifestyle driven, right? It's like the generation before you, it doesn't really matter what generation. Well, it kind of matters, but I'm just saying we have the millennials, we have the Gen Z, we have the Alpha Gen, right? Lifestyle driven. What do I mean by that? Well, poor diet, alcohol abuse, not knowing how to manage your stress, right? No real stress management. A lot of people of newer generations do not even know how to handle life's complexities, right? When you go to an older generation, we're like, you know, we just put a band-aid on it and went outside and played. You know what I'm saying? Some people are losing it over what some of us just put a band-aid on it. Let me kiss it and make it better. Take your ass outside. You know what I'm saying? Figure it out. Different coping techniques. No real stress management. Ignoring symptoms. Delaying doctor's visits. And that can kind of go across the board, right? That's why I say we all need to take stock in our health because this can go for any of us. But the highlight of this conversation is it's happening younger and younger. And then people are shocked when their body crashes. You know? And this is a real talk about trauma and coping. the coping mechanisms that we utilize, the coping mechanisms that we learn. And I think there's a lack of coping mechanisms that are missing in some of the newer generations. That's all I'm saying. You know, let's go a little deeper. Like, a lot of people aren't just drinking for fun. You know what I'm saying? They're coping. They're using it as a coping mechanism. So they're getting alcohol problems, right? Sooner rather than later. I don't know. I don't know. You know, trauma, like stress, anxiety, instead of processing it, people are numbing it. And what's the easiest way to numb things like that, to escape things like that? The bottle. But this is the truth that nobody tells you. And a lot of times we don't even think about it, is that alcohol doesn't heal anything. It delays it. Remember, alcohol is a depressant. So it's going to depress the functions of your body. It makes you feel good. It takes you out of your element and out of your reality, right? Because you're intoxicated. It makes you forget your problems or whatever you're trying to escape, but it damages your body in the process. And I just feel like, you can't keep pouring into your body like there's no tomorrow, like there are no limits, because there are. And we're starting to see the effects of that and the results of that and the complications of that sooner and sooner. And I think that has a lot to do with us seeing younger people with such conditions that you wouldn't see until maybe even not even your 40s, maybe your mid to late 40s into your 50s and 60s. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, y'all. We can't keep ignoring the signs and think that it won't catch up to us, because it will. And we're seeing that. And when it does, it doesn't ask your age, right? Now, that's what's leading this conversation, but this goes across the board. It doesn't ask your age. It doesn't care how good you look in that bust down lace front. It doesn't care that your hair did, nails did, everything did. It doesn't care that you have a big butt. It doesn't care how many followers you have. And I think a lot of times that masks things, and it's just reality hitting us hard, right? I don't know. Let me see what you guys are saying in the chat. And I think that's why situations like this hit hard, because we're talking about young people, you guys, people who still have their whole life ahead of them. And that's not to diss anybody. I mean, I'm older, so it's not to diss me, but let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let me see what you guys are saying in the chat. Dealing with conditions we used to only see much later in life. It's not normal. It's not normal. And it shouldn't be ignored, you know? This shouldn't be ignored. What's up, the Coco G show? You say pills is excreted out of the kidney, and if the kidney doesn't work, it's just sitting there building up and will rise to toxic levels. Oh my God. How long has she been in the hospital? She was there for 5 hours. That's what she said in the video. She was there for 5 hours. Now they released the statement on Instagram not but 3 hours ago. And she left the hospital about a little after that, about an hour after they released the statement on Instagram. she was released from the hospital. So she was probably in there for about 5 hours or so. Yeah, that's crazy. You said standard of practice would have at least 4 to 5 days. Now, the last time she was in the hospital, the first video I showed you, I think she was in there for about 4 or 5 days. She was, because she disappeared. We didn't know where she was. Because there was a time when I was just on TikTok like every day, every day, every day. Yeah, that part is scary. It is. So yeah, I just thought this would be, I just wanted to come on and talk about that and talk about how not normal this is. I mean, I know it's happening more and more, and you may not know it, but there would be no way on God's green earth at the age of 29 I would be thinking about. I think it was kind of like the fabric of America. It was a way of life, a way of thinking, a way that we were taught that nothing really starts happening like that until you're about 40, which was considered over the hill, right? And that's when you needed to really start to put your radar is up, and you need to really start paying attention and take stock in your health. But now at 29 years old, I would have never thought about having a heart attack, let alone my kidneys giving out. Like, I mean, like, what? I'm not even like 40, 45 years old. It was just an automatic thing. It was just the way that it was, you know? And I've been seeing this it's not even a trend. I've been seeing this happening um when I recently went to the doctor, not in recent times, even though I go about every 3 to 6 months, I go to the doctor. But there was one time when I was there and there was a 21-year-old, I think it was 21 or 22, and I had high blood pressure, and so did he. And he was telling me about the high blood pressure pills he was taking. I was like, what? That's when it really started to dawn on me. And that's been a couple of years. Other than that, I wasn't even paying attention to this. So I feel like this is a conversation that's needed. Yeah. I would not have known if I wouldn't have sat next to a 22-year-old young man while I was at the doctor. And I'm like, what you here for? You know what I'm saying? Because he just kind of sparked up a conversation while we were waiting. And he was like, oh, I have high blood pressure. I was like, what? He was like, yeah. He was like, and the high blood pressure pills I take, they make me go to the bathroom a lot. So that the doctor was trying to change his high blood. I'm like, what? I was like, how old are you? He was like, I'm 22. And ever since then, you know, I've been paying attention. But, as far as an influencer, someone who's out there, you know what I'm saying, who's in the public spotlight, having her go through this, and someone as young and beautiful as she is just smashes all of the stereotypes. It just smashes all of that. It obliterates it. And I know it's kind of new for some people, but just think about it, guys. Just think about it, you know? Really. I got one more video. Let me go ahead and show you. Is this the one video I wanted to show you? Yeah. Hold on. I got one more of her leaving the hospital. Just trying to bring you guys the experience. I thought I'd bring some visuals to you guys. All right.
And where we go. So I guess it's that door.
This thing so?
Yeah. What is that? Oh.
There's something I wrote with my secret.
Okay. So then where we go. They gotta be there. Mom, come. Let me sit down. Don't forget. Come on. Go away. What is discourage? I don't know what's that. I had a 300 attack this morning. The episode. They were episode.
Oh my gosh. She said 3 heart attacks. Now, did they give her the wrong medication? Are we experiments? You know what I'm saying? But I mean, Everybody's different. The doctor, like I said, I know this sounds scary, but they don't always get it right because everybody's different. Everybody's body gonna react different. All they can do is the standard test and procedures, right? Lean on their knowledge and experience and training, and that's how it is, y'all. You know, they're probably not even used to dealing with this with young people this young. And I know it's dirty 30 and you think that's old. That's not fucking old at all. I don't know what's wrong with y'all. It's not old at all. Um, yeah, yeah. She had three. Oh, you just said it. Look, but she had three heart attacks. I don't know. We never would have released someone after 5 hours. If that is true, it has a lawsuit waiting to happen. Really? Well, this is her live. The other videos I showed y'all are actually on TikTok. But when she went live when she was leaving the hospital, I just recorded it so that I could share it with y'all. So this is her live when she was leaving. So you're probably not going to find this unless somebody caught it like me. But yeah, y'all. So they weren't supposed to release her. Is that what you're saying? Wow. I mean, I'm pretty sure she wanted to go home, right? Let's listen to the rest of this, guys. Hold on.
So, my body's a little, they discharged me. Yeah, all discharged. They discharged me, It was supposed to give me painkiller, but because my kidney, no painkiller. I don't like painkiller. It got you high and shit. Okay. So they discharged me. They gave me like a pills or whatever. They say if I have pain, I have to take Tylenol, but I'm not gonna do it. I'm just gonna go to the bank. Sometimes you just gotta follow your heart, mama. Oh shit, don't make me laugh, bro. That shit hurt. Yeah, it's here. Come on. You gonna make it. You just have to listen to your heart, mama. Look. Yeah, I'm listening to my heart, right? My heart is telling me good beat. So yeah. Is that like a shop? It's closed. I mean, it's 10 o'clock. Of course, it's closed. Okay. They don't have a church. Mama, you want to go pray?
Okay, you guys. So you see Pinky Doll leaving the hospital with her mom. She said they weren't able to give her pain pills, but she can take Tylenol. Okay. Yeah, and a lot of times that's how people get addicted to pain pills, right? Because they have an injury, some type of chronic condition where they constantly need the pain pills and they end up getting addicted. It's not like they wanted to, you know what I'm saying? It's not like they can control it because who wants to be in pain when you have a remedy? So we are seeing how, a lot of people get addicted in the first place. Just like, for example, Prince. You know what I'm saying? I think he had hip surgery or something like that. He got addicted to the pills and it just snowballed from there. You know what I'm saying? I think even Michael Jackson said when he got burned in the Pepsi commercial and it burned his scalp and they gave him pain pills and he just like from there, it just snowballs, y'all. So I'm kind of glad that, you know what I'm saying? And I think, I don't know, I guess she's in some kind of pain. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what kind of pain, but for them to tell her she can take pain pills, she must be in some kind of pain. I don't know exactly what. She never said, but like I said, positive vibes and prayers going out to Pinky Doll. Um, and I hope for her to have a speedy recovery and for her health to get better. But a lot of times dialysis is involved when your kidneys are failing because I think it can't clean your blood, right? I didn't really look up any real medical speak on this. So you guys, I'm just, talking. We're just having a conversation. Yeah, y'all. This is what happened. Let me see what you said. You said it's the shot, the jab. Yeah, that's what is surrounding some of the main part of the conversation is the jab, y'all. Now I don't know if she specifically got it or not, but just that whole C-19 thing, the whole thing that we went through, not only the jab, but the actual reason what the jab is for. There's a lot of conversations circled in and around that. And I honestly believe it. I really do. I honestly believe it. You say she may have undiagnosed lupus. Yeah, I feel like maybe they may find out more, right? You say if they released her after 3 heart attacks, nah. I wonder if she left AMA, medical practice, medical malpractice otherwise. What? When I say standard of practice, it means best practice. It's a national thing. Ooh, I don't even know if she knows that, right? I don't even know if she knows that. Love you. And the jab is a real thing. Yeah, yeah. That would take us down a whole nother rabbit hole. But y'all, I think that that has something to do with this. I really do. I feel almost like it was experimental because remember the argument in and around that time? Because you know what? I was on Clubhouse in and around that time, right? And in and around that time, the argument was that it takes 5 to 8 years before you get a vaccination and it can be like approved through the, what is that? How do you approve that? Through the FDA. And I think they skipped some steps. You know what I'm saying? So either way that you look at this, you guys, this is a wake up call. It's scary. Um, I mean, I'm glad that Pinky Doll was able to go home. But remember, just 6 months ago, she was in the hospital. She, out her own mouth, said that her kidneys barely worked. Okay. That's damn near dialysis, right? Because chronic conditions come in stages. I think this is a scary thing, though. I really, really do. I think this was a health scare that we all should wake up to. It doesn't have to happen to us for it to be a wake up call or for us to feel somebody else's pain, right? Like I said, situations like this hit hard. And at the end of the day, I don't think that it should be ignored. And I'm glad that we are being real in the comments. I mean, do you think people are taking their health seriously enough? Or are we, ignoring the signs until it's too late? Because this is happening more and more, right? It's either wake up call or I'm changing below, right? And I believe that your health should always come first. And this is a pep talk for myself too, because I don't always eat the way I'm supposed to eat and, drink enough water and things like that. I have healthier habits, but we can't walk around eating like we're still 17 years old either. You know what I'm saying? Some of us still walking around eating like we still teenagers. And our eating habits in the palate that we should have has not caught up to our age. And I think we should all take that into consideration. No matter how old or how young you are, we have children who are coming up with diseases and conditions and medical ailments that they shouldn't even be thinking about. Right? It's crazy, you guys, but I mean, I'm glad I was able to bring this to you, right? Because your body keeps score. You know what I'm saying? Whether you're paying attention or not, your body is keeping score. So let's do better with our health, you guys. Sending out positive vibes for Pinky Doll. You know what I'm saying? And let's take our health into stock. Let's take it into consideration. It should be front and center. And, I'm included in this conversation as well. I can do better. We all can do better. We better do better. We better do better. You said AMA. Oh, against medical advice. I don't know. What's up, Goddess Seisha? What is up? Hi, Bonet in chat. Peace. Correct, Bonet? Yeah, Coco G. And no insurance. Yeah, y'all. But like I said, when was that the end? Oh, that's not even 6 months. If she was in there in December, the end of December, that's not even 6 months, you guys. Let me see if I can find another. Wait a minute. Hold on. Hold on. Let me see if I can find another one when she was in the hospital earlier. Because I just had that one clip, but let me see if I can find another clip for you guys right quick, just in case you guys missed it. Yeah, Pinky Doll has 2 million followers and over 20 million likes. Okay. So not only is she like dominating TikTok and once was a viral sensation, but she's getting paid. Okay. Let me see. Hold on. We already saw her in the hospital. Let me see. I wanted to see when she was in the hospital the first time, but I don't think it's here. Let's see. She's battling severe kidney problems. Okay, let's look here. Hold on, you guys. Let's look. Let's look and see if it's here. Oh no, that's just.
Pretty sure everybody remember when she had TikTok on like go mode back in like 20, I believe it was like 2021, 2022. She would essentially put TikTok live on the map with her live streams where she was, saying, yes, 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 ice cream so good. And she had the little flat iron and the popcorn kernel. So she just released a video today. And essentially she said that she's having a medical situation right now. She has been diagnosed with her kidneys essentially failing. And she contributes that to her lifestyle. She stated in the video that at some point she was living a pretty wild lifestyle and she was drinking and amongst other things. But there are a lot of creators are on here who do a lot of, activity on in their personal life. They take part of a lot of recreational use of things, including alcohol. And the way y'all just praise it on here. There are so many big creators. I'm not going to say no names again, but like they do this stuff on live. They take part of this activity on live or whatever. And this is something that needs to be taken seriously. Your body can only take so much. You might think just because you're young that these type of thing cannot happen to you. But if you're, you know what I'm saying, and there could be underlying medical conditions, but this type of thing can happen to you, especially if you're doing it excessively. I know somebody personally who has had to have a kidney transplant, not because of any drug use or any alcohol use, but just because of a medical circumstance. And people don't realize that your kidney, when you get a transplant, kidney transplants only last like 20 years. And you have to stay on medication for the rest of your life to keep your body from rejecting the organ. It's really sad that she has to go through this, but I'm so happy that she's being transparent about it. This is Pinky Doll, and I'm pretty sure everybody remember when she had TikTok on like go mode back in like 20, I believe it was like 2021, 2022.
Did y'all see what happened to Pinky Doll, the girl that went viral for her NPC lives? Thank you for the roses. Watch this.
Today I am back home and I want to do something real. I'm not doing this to scare no one. I'm doing this because it's real. I've been dealing with kidney episode. Doctors say my kidneys did barely work. And this time my son, he saw everything. Feeling weak, losing control. Watching my son witness something I cannot control. This hurt more than pain. I wish I could go back. I wish I didn't pick up bad habits so young. I wish I had a dad to show me the right path when I was little. So I wouldn't have to feel that I have all this weight on my shoulder. I had to be the provider. I have to help my family and make all these bad choices. But wishing doesn't change the damage. Today I could give up on anything. The fame, the money, the lifestyle, just to get my health back. And that's the truth no one wants to talk about. When you're feeling young, feeling healthy, you think you're untouchable. But everything you're doing today, don't wait 20 years to affect you. Sometimes they come fast, and sometimes they come brutal. Drug, alcohol, careless living. They don't seem so dangerous when you're young, until one day you sit up on a hospital bed praying for a second chance.
Did y'all see what happened to Pinky Doll, the girl that went viral for her NPC lives? Thank you for the roses. Watch this.
Today I am back home and I want to do something real. I'm not doing this to scare no one. I'm doing this because it's real. I've been dealing with kidney episode. Doctors say my kidneys did barely work. And this time my son, he saw everything. Feeling weak, losing control.
All right, y'all. I'm glad I was able to share that with you. And on top of that, I'm glad that she was sharing her story with us. I thought it was important for me to bring that to you. So thank you guys so much for tapping in and giving me your POV. Now, I also wanted to talk about Deshae, all right? A popular streamer, okay? Became popular like right along with like DDG, I Show Speed, Kai Sanat, which Kai Sanat doesn't even stream anymore, but he was seen, I don't know if this was today or yesterday, slapping a woman during some type of show, some type of dating show, some type of live stream. I don't effing know, but these men are running around here and just thinking that they can just slap women and just get away with it. You know what I'm saying? It's just out of control. And I just wanted to really, really just mention this, if not even getting into a conversation about this, because what? What is wrong with you guys? All right. I don't know why all these sawed off bastards is running around here. Okay. Thinking that they can dominate women, treat women any old kind of way. All right. I don't give a damn what, long as she don't hit you, and I don't condone a man hitting a woman, but I don't condone a woman hitting a man either. Everybody needs to keep their hands to themselves. But in this case, they were arguing back and forth, yes, but bro, why did you slap her? Why did you slap her? And I kind of knew it was something about him when him and his sister got into it. I don't know if you guys remember or not, when they destroyed each other's stream setup. That shit was crazy. But I just knew that, it's all about kind of like emotional control. But let's get to this. Hold on. Let me go ahead and pull this up for y'all so y'all can see exactly what I'm talking about. All right. So Desay Frost, I don't know what he was filming, but he was live streamed. Looked like he was on some type of boat. I don't know if I want to call it a yacht or not. And he ends up getting into a verbal altercation with, it looks like it was about 6, 7, 8 women. I know it was at least 3 women like out on deck. And he gets into it with one of them. God knows why, because I think the recording started after the altercation. But yeah, y'all. And he ends up slapping this girl. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he has little man complex, because you done already told us that your little Peter whack is small. All right. We see how short you are. You always talking on yourself, clowning on yourself. And that is a complex. Okay. That is a complex. All right. Now, I don't know if you have the Napoleon complex or not. I don't know if it makes you feel bigger or badder or more like a man. right? Because she was kind of your height. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to bring laughter or anything because this ain't fun. This is not funny by any means. But hold on, you guys. Let me go ahead and show you guys what went down. Okay. And as soon as I show you guys the video, we'll get a little context as to when it happened. Okay. Let me go ahead and take this down and show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. Hold on. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe, you guys. We are on the road to 15K, you guys. And I can't do it without you. So thank you so much for tapping in. And we will grow, y'all. I like to talk about different things, different topics. And I'm glad that you guys are joining me, okay? We don't want to get pigeonholed. Even though I do talk about some of the same, some on the same topic. I like to talk about what I like to talk about. So I'm just glad you guys are here. I don't know. I never know what I'm going to talk about. Let's go ahead and get into this, you guys. All right. Let me go ahead and bring this up. Let me see. Now, I'm going to show you a couple of clips and then we'll talk, okay? Let me see which one I should show first. It doesn't really matter, but let me just go with this. Hold on.
Go. Oh, shit. Go.
Yeah. Nah, hell no. Hell no. I'm just coming downstairs, bro. This shit too much. Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Go. Oh, shit. Go.
Yeah. Nah, hell no. Hell no. I'm just coming downstairs, bro. This shit too much. Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Go. Oh, shit. Go.
All right, so we are watching a clip from It's On Site. Okay, shout out to It's On Site. And the caption says, at Desay Frost is seen in an aggressive confrontation with a woman on what appears to be the set of his dating show. Okay, you are a punk. All right, I don't know I don't know what gave you the right instead of just walking away, because that's what you should have did. That's what you should have did. Is there anybody out there that knows how to resolve conflict, who has resolution skills, right? You don't always have to end it with violence. You don't always have to win the war. You understand what I'm saying? Because it's not a war. Sometimes you can just walk away, right? This is your theme park, bro. You're in control of this. And I just don't understand why it's always an emotional like overload where people, you just got to slap a hoe or throw somebody overboard, or you know what I'm saying? It's crazy to me. It really is. It really is. Let's get to the next clip, you guys. Hold on. I got a couple more clips to show you.
You had to get your sister to rumble me for real. Bro, for real. Get your sister. Get the fuck up. You shut the fuck up. What's wrong with you? Nigga lost his motherfucking mind. Go throw it. I don't give a nigga, I'm not bald head. I'm not your fucking sister, nigga. What are you talking about?
Bet that shit. All right, bet. Bet that shit. All right, bet that shit. I swear to God. No, I swear to God. What I'm
on my fucking life. Don't even take it that far. Don't even take it that far.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Go. Oh, shit. Go.
Yeah.
You had to get your sister to rumble me for real. For real. Get your sister. Get the fuck up. You shut the fuck up. What's wrong with you? Nigga lost his motherfucking mind. Go throw it. I don't give a nigga, I'm not bald head. I'm not your fucking sister, nigga. What are you talking about?
Bet that shit. All right, bet. Bet that shit. All right, bet that shit. I swear to God. No, I swear to God. What
on my fucking life. Don't even take it that far. Don't even take it that far.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Go. Oh, shit. Go.
Yeah.
You had
So it looks like he ended up throwing her wig. I don't know. I guess that was her wig that she had on. The girl got a head full of hair. Now, if she would have been bald headed, it would have been all kind of you bald. If she, if she would have had short hair, it would have been all bald headed. You bald headed this, bald headed that. Girl had a head full of hair. Now what? You threw her hair. You threw her wig in the ocean. She said, "Fuck you, nigga. I'm not your sister." Now what? And you just couldn't handle that. Your little manhood couldn't handle that. You want to walk around here slapping a woman like you pimp, like you a pimp, like you slick back, and you walking around Pee-wee, complex much? Now, should she have been all in his face and all that? No, right? If this was a perfect world, right? But that don't give you the right to slap nobody. It doesn't give you the right to slap anybody. You ninjas is tiring. Okay? And I'm gonna need for you to get your game up. That's what I'm gonna need for you to step it up. Because this here is it's not the business. It's not the business. Your image and your ego is running shit. Right? And taking over. Your insecurity is not confidence. Okay? You let her run you. You let her, as you say, get you out your character, but she didn't. That is your character. That is your character. And it sucks. Now, I don't know how much this is going to damage you as in your status as an influencer. I don't know. I don't know if they're going to cancel Christmas on Desay Frost. I don't know. Because a lot of times society and women allow men to get away with this type of behavior and normalize it when this is just another toxic situation. Right? Another toxic relationship. I don't even think they may not even know each other. He was filming for a dating show. So they might not have even known each other. And this is the reason why the personality clash. But this is not the way to resolve it. And this seems always to be the go-to for these assholes because assholes live forever. You was a punk. You showed this is some bitch assness. Okay? And we're not clapping for you. All right? Now, if you probably could got away with throwing her in the water or doing even worse, you probably would have. And the fact that you knew that you were filming and still didn't give a F, and you got people running down below to run down below, because I'm pretty sure that young man who was running down, he didn't want to be nowhere near there because he knew what the backlash that you was about to face. Period. Your manhood is about as small as your Peter whacker. And that's you. You're the one who told us that. You did. And I don't know, but men like this constantly have to prove themselves. So I don't know what he was proving here, y'all, but I'm not down with this. This is how domestic violence is able to fester. This is how domestic violence is able to be normalized. This is why we have so many stories coming from women about DV. Because of situations like this that go unchecked. You need to be checked. Now, you wouldn't have did that to no nigga. You wouldn't have stood up like this to no man. You wouldn't have. If this would have been Blueface or DDG or anybody that you hang with, you would not have done this. Right? Let me see what you guys are saying. Little man running amok. Exactly. Someone kept saying she threatened him. Who cares? Walk away. But you do not put your hands on nobody. I don't give a damn what she was saying. She could have been unruly, going off at the mouth. It ain't like you ain't used to it. I saw how you and your sister went at it. So miss me with that. Miss me with that. During the whole Streamers University, when whose party was it? Was it Deshae's party? He acted like a brat. You've been acting like a brat. I don't know if it was Desay Frost. You know what? I may even be mistaken, but I think it was Desay Frost who had a birthday party, and he got mad at his birthday party, and something went down. I don't know if it was his sister's birthday party or him. I could be totally wrong. It could be somebody else's, but just from my memory, I think it was him. Anyways, what happened was he ended up tearing up his sister's whole live stream setup that cost thousands of dollars, and she ended up tearing up his. So they both tore up each other's. I wonder if, I don't know. Let me see. Hold on, y'all. No, it's probably not on here. I think it was on TikTok. But yeah, y'all. So let me show you this one last video. Let me see. Okay, yeah. So a video, we're on Evener Entertainment. A video is shared of Desay Frost allegedly hitting a woman who's a contestant of the show he's filming. This comes after their argument. All right, so I got one more clip to show you guys. I think it's about the same, but we're gonna see. Just hold on. Let's just look at this. It might be the same.
Bro, you had to get your sister to rumble me for real. For real. Get your sister. You shut the up. You shut the up. What's wrong with you? Nigga lost his mind. Don't throw it. I don't give a nigga, I'm bald head. I'm not your sister. What you talking about?
Bet that shit. All right, bet. Bet that shit. All right, bet that shit. I swear to God. No, I swear to God. What I'm
doing? Don't even take it that far. Don't even take it that far on camera. Do not take it. Shut up. Bro, you had to get your sister to rumble me for real. For real. Get your sister. You shut the up. You shut the up. What's wrong with you? Nigga lost his mind. Don't throw it. I don't give a nigga, I'm bald head. I'm not your sister. What you talking about?
Bet that shit. All right, bet. Bet that shit. All right, bet that shit.
So y'all see? Former editor shares video of Desay Frost allegedly assaulting a woman on set of his show. Now, when she go and press charges, we don't want to hear a fucking thing, okay? When she go, if she's smart enough, she'll do that, all right? Because you got a bag, bro. If she's smart, she'll do that, okay? It's a quick come up. I don't give a damn what you think. That's what you get for putting your hands on people. Keep your hands to yourself, okay? You didn't get no gold stars in preschool, and we ain't about to give you none now. Keep your hands to yourself, period. I'm tired of men just thinking they could just slap on women, bop women, beat women. That's the reason why DV is so prevalent and alive and well today. That is why it is normalized. And everybody has a story. Everybody should not have a DV story, okay? I can call 12 hoes right now, and they all gonna have a DV story to tell. Yes, girl, I remember. I remember. It was on a sunny day. It was a rainy day. Like, how do all of us have DV stories? How? It's because of shit like this. And if I was her, I would take it to the max. It would be a big fucking deal. Okay? I will be yelling this from the rooftops if you hit me. And if she's smart and knows what's good for her, she will take action. I don't care if she get $1, 100,000, 10,000, or $1 million. Okay? That'll learn you. That will learn you. Okay? Because when this clip surfaced, you knew that you were being filmed, bro. You were filming a whole show. You had a camera, you had a videographer with you. It just says right here, former editor. Oh, so what you do? Fire him? Y'all see the headline that says former editor. He was just there. When was this? This was 11 hours ago, y'all. This just happened yesterday. You feel me? This is crazy. And there's people in the chat like, girl, you bringing up his sister. He hit you. Go get your brother. What the F? What? No, girl. I got something better for you, girl. You can listen to the people in the chat or you can go get your lawyer. Go get your brother or go get a lawyer. Go get a lawyer. How about that? Ask him how you like them apples. Don't go get your brother. Go get a lawyer. You got to hit these people where it hurts, in their pockets. This is not an eye for an eye. This ain't no damn war. Now, when they snatch your ugly ass off the streets, Deshae, and then draft your ass in the military, where you can really go fight somebody, because you look about that age. Damn shame. Really. So I mean, I hope he proved himself, right? You're a phony. No real man does something like that. Somebody needs to learn how to control their emotions. Everybody acting like bitches. Like, some of these niggas is bitches too. And some of these niggas look just like you. Bitches. You got females acting like females and men acting like females. I mean, can anybody control their emotions? Can anybody be the bigger person? Can anybody walk away? It's like this fad that we can't get rid of. It's like this trend that it's like the gift, the curse that keeps on giving. Stupid. It says another clip has surfaced. This is the Shade Room Teens. Another clip has surfaced online showing a heated argument between Desay Frost and a show contestant. This comes after a video shared by a former editor alleging an on-set incident involving Deshae and a woman. So you must have fired the editor because they was just there. How are they the former editor? So you done fired the videographer. Huh? Right? I don't know, y'all. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the chat. But you know what? This is what kind of things that bring that narrative. You know what I'm saying? Because this reminds me of incidences that were brought to the light that reflect the I don't know what word I want to use, reflect the domestic violence situations. Like that word escapes me, but it's like it's not really a trend, but it's just able to exist. The existence of DV and how prevalent it is, not only in America. I mean, when you go to other countries, it's way worse, right? Because the women's rights are affected. The further you go out, like especially in third world countries where women have hardly any rights, that takes DV to the next level. But here in America alone, it just reminds me that not only does history repeat itself, but things need to change. Now, I don't know if you guys remember or not. If you guys remember Ray Rice, let me go ahead and bring this up, you guys. And I know this didn't take it this far, but it's still, this is what this leads to, right? Because if he will hit a contestant that he has I don't even think he has any ties to this, because They're contestants. They're supposed to be, you know, kind of vying and fighting and, you know, for his to be with him, right? To be chosen, to date him. This is a dating show. So they're kind of fighting over Deshae. And I think it just went wrong. But this is the element of a violent relationship. When men are allowed to act like this, they carry this on over into their personal lives and real relationships. Because I could just imagine him dating her, or him being his girlfriend or his wife or whatever, his significant other, and them getting into it and how he would handle that. Now, like I said, I don't know if you guys remember Ray Rice, but Ray Rice, he played for the Baltimore Ravens. I think it was the Baltimore Ravens. Let me go ahead and pull this up. All right. And in February 2014, he was witnessed as the cameras caught him in the elevator dragging his wife, Janae Rice, out of the elevator. I don't know if you guys remember this infamous incident. Hold on, let me see. Hold on, let me take this down. And let me see if I can bring this up for you guys. Hold on, y'all. Let me bring this up. And then I will see what you guys are saying in the chat. Let me see. And let's go ahead and get into this, y'all. Now, like I said, in February of 2014, then the Baltimore Ravens running back, Ray Rice, was caught on video punching and knocking unconscious his then fiance, Janae Palmer. Okay. Let me go ahead and bring this up. Now, they were inside an Atlantic City casino elevator, and following the release of this video by TMZ, of course, TMZ caught this in September of 2014, which was, 7 months later? The Baltimore Ravens terminated his contract. And you guys may be saying, well, he needed to be terminated. Bro, why did it take them 7 months? It was as if they didn't want to. It was a big thing, you guys. I don't know if you guys remember, but I'm about to refresh your memory, okay? Let's go ahead and get into this video, okay? Like I said, this was 11 years ago. This is CNN, and let's go. Let me make sure you guys can see this first as well, and then let's get into this. Seven months, I mean, give or take a month. I'm not too sure. February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September. Yeah, 7 months, okay? So let's go ahead and get into this, guys.
It's the second shocking video to surface. TMZ releasing this tape of Baltimore Ravens player Ray Rice brutally knocking out his then fiancée Janae Palmer, dragging her limp body from an Atlantic City casino elevator this February. The Ravens say they only saw the disturbing video shot from inside the elevator on Monday, and after viewing it, had no choice but to drop Rice from the team.
It's something we saw for the first time today, you know, all of us. And it changed things, of course. You know, it made things a little bit different.
Terminated by the Ravens, suspended by the NFL indefinitely. Rice's career could be over.
It was a deplorable act. He made a terrible error in judgment.
But questions this morning as to why team officials and the NFL hadn't seen the tape sooner.
I have no answer for that.
The NFL says they did request the video from police, but it was never given to them. Some of Coach Harbaugh's apparent comments supporting Rice, wishing him well, sparking public outrage.
I have nothing but hope and goodwill for Ray and Janae, and we'll do whatever we can going forward to help them, as they go forward and try to make the best of it.
7 months ago, this video surfaced of Rice dragging Palmer out of the elevator. In July, the NFL suspended him for just 2 games. Now the NFL and the Baltimore Ravens are coming under fire for not handing down a tougher punishment in the beginning. NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell acknowledging in a statement saying in part, "I didn't get it right. Simply put, we have to do better."
At night, I just replay over and over in my head, that's not me. My actions were inexcusable.
Through it all, Palmer has stayed by his side, even marrying him in March.
I do deeply regret the role that I played in the incident that night, but I can say that I am happy that we continue to work through it together.
Now, you guys, that was telling and actually sad, okay? Because not long after that, they got married, okay? And they're still together to this day. And you guys may think, oh, you're a hater. Oh, well, you're just trying to break up a happy home. No, I know how most of the time this shit goes, all right? And that woman, Janae, is getting the end of the stick because that man did not stop. She's still getting her ass whooped. Okay. Do I know? Am I a fly on the wall? No, I'm not. But I can bet my bottom dollar that that was not his first time knocking her out, dragging her from here to there to everywhere. This is his MO. This is his method of operation. This is patterns of behavior. All right. This is not the first time. Just because it was caught in the elevator. Do you see how comfortable he was in knocking her out? Do you see how comfortable he was knowing that he was going to be an eyewitness? Somebody was going to witness him dragging him out. Did he look worried? Did he look like he was trying to play it off? No. Why? Because that's him. That is him. It's been him. And it's still him. And if she's with him still, 9 times out of 10, she's still getting knocked out. Now, you may say she's done for staying, which she is, for whatever reason, right? We always fall back on toxic trauma, low self-esteem. We fall back on the same things. It still doesn't make it right for her to be knocking her upside her head like that and knocking her out. And if you would wish that for your partner, your girlfriend, your wife, your sister, your daughter, I'd have to second guess you and your character. I'd have to question who you are and what you do when no one's watching. Shit is crazy, y'all. If it wasn't for that surveillance footage, would we have even known this? And it was really a big thing because he was suspended, but then they say that it took them so long to see the video. Now, if you guys watch that video close enough, she hit her head, she hit the railing that was in the elevator. And then it showed him dragging her limp body out of the elevator. Now, like I said, Ray Rice was initially suspended for only 2 games, which caused massive outcry once the full graphic video was released. Okay? What took them so long? Now, you know what I say. When people go along with whatever it is, it's either they don't see anything wrong with it, they do it themselves, or they just go along because they don't want to ruffle any feathers. Those are the 3 reasons. They do it themselves. They at home beating that out of their significant others. Those are the kind that shrug their shoulders. And there's nothing to see here because you do it. This is the behavior that you display. That's why you see nothing wrong with it. Right? Now, Rice was indicted on a third degree of aggravated assault, right? But he did avoid jail time by entering a pre-trial diversion program, which included counseling and led to the charges being expunged upon completion. Now, like I said, shortly after this, Ray and Janae married in March of 2014. And that was just weeks after this happened. Does she look like she's happy? She probably can't even look him in the eye. Okay? Unfortunately, and it's not unconscious bias. It really isn't. Unfortunately, I know what she feels like. Not necessarily to this degree or extent, but the fear, and hoping everything will be all right. You see the good in that man, and you remember the good times and how he made you feel when it's good, and you want to hold on to that. You want to hope that that is going to eventually be the way that it is, and it never works out that way. Now, you guys know that Ray Rice never played in the NFL again following his release. He essentially ruined his career, and I'm pretty sure he never let her forget that. Even though it was his fault, people who abuse others tend to push the blame on them and deflect it from themselves. So I'm pretty sure she's carrying shame. She's carrying his guilt, her guilt, his shame, her shame. She's carrying the brunt of this relationship. Can you imagine living with someone who is a pro athlete, making possibly $1 million a year, and then all of a sudden going to none of that? No more practices, no more games, no more hype, no more lights, camera, action. And then nobody even wants to touch you with a 10-foot pole. Can you imagine what her life was like? If a picture says 1,000 words, what must a video say? Because this picture right here says 1,000 words to me. Mouth is tight, her jaws is clenched. I'm saying, you guys, this is not a pretty picture. This is not a pretty picture. Now, the case forced the NFL to overhaul its personal conduct policy. And I think that was a lot of a reason why people were questioning, when recently Stephon Diggs was accused what he was accused of. And them not, kind of letting him go or doing something about it or making a move sooner. But yeah, they had to overhaul their whole personal conduct policy regarding DV. Now, one thing about it is Rice did become involved, if not temporarily, in domestic violence awareness work and coaching. And that was part of probably his diversion program too as well. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of times I like to take you guys back. Okay, how far back? Oh, way back. Because it is always important to know your past, even your recent, to know the history, even recent history, right? When I say know your history, I don't mean 7 years ago. No, I mean 11 years ago. The recent past. Let me see what you guys are saying in the chat. Yeah. He kind of looked like Desay Frost. Come to think of it, right? Somebody said she charged at him, no excuse, but he didn't charge at her to hit her. She ran up on him. Even if you're right, bucking up at a man can be triggering. Yeah, that's why I'm asking. Still, I'm asking. You know what I'm saying? I get that. But you can still walk away and be a man. You can still diffuse the situation and be the bigger person and walk away. Walk away. It's 2 words. And you still have won. You know what I'm saying? I'm just asking, is there one human on this earth that doesn't have to have get back, that doesn't have to do tit for tat? One. That's all I'm asking for. One person. Walk away. You're right. She's wrong. Can you walk away? You're right, ma'am. He's wrong. Can you walk away? Can apologize for that. Green hearts in the chat. I had to refresh my page. But you guys actually get what I'm saying. I hope that you do actually get my point. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that that person was. I'm not saying that that person, the girl was right, but two wrongs don't make a right. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just have to walk away. Take the L and walk away. Because at the end of the day, you may prove yourself to be the big man on the block. I slapped her because she came up on me. But now look at the situation that you're in. Was it worth it? You know what I'm saying? And it's not, I bet you, he didn't even know her. So you took an L for a stranger. You crashed out for a stranger that you don't even know. I can understand if it was your mama or, your wife or, you know what I'm saying? Like, even then it wouldn't be acceptable, but I can understand it more. But a stranger, so a contestant that's on your show, you feel me? Like, I don't know, y'all. I don't know. And just like Ray Rice, what happened? I don't even think to this day that that man has ever joined another NFL team. And that was something that he loved to do. That was his passion. You know how long he didn't just wake up one day and just was like, I think I'll just go play football. No, this was a lifelong passion. He probably has been playing since he was in high school. Hell, he probably was on a Pop Warner team. And you gave all that up to knock your girlfriend out? What? Right? I don't know, y'all. I don't know. And like I said, I don't know. Maybe he did end up on another team. I don't know. I doubt it. I doubt it. But like I said, he avoided jail time. They still got married. And they're still together. Okay. I think they are on their second child, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see, guys. Hold on. Let me see if I have it. Because I basically just wanted to show you guys this, but let me see if I have the other story. And my heart just goes out to her because, girl, how you can endure this for this long, girl. If you don't think she still ain't getting her at on, I don't know what to tell you. Let me see, you guys, if there's another video, because I think I do have one more video to kind of catch you guys up on what was going on and how this ended up. And I can guarantee, in my opinion, that he's still slap boxing with her head. Okay. Now, after this came out, they went live and spoke on this. Okay. I'm going to show you an excerpt of this video, which is on CBS Mornings. They are talking to Gayle King. This is December 18th of 2018. Let me let you see.
Another incident involving an NFL player nearly 5 years ago. You may remember in February 2014, Baltimore Ravens running back Ray Rice was seen dragging his unconscious fiancee out of an elevator. A second video revealed later showed that Rice had punched her and knocked her out in the elevator. His team dropped him and he has not played professional football since. Rice and his fiancee, her name is Deshae, married just weeks after the incident, and they now have 2 children. In an interview you'll see only on CBS This Morning, we spoke to Ray and Deshae Rice at their Connecticut home last week. We learned how they're making their marriage work and why they stayed together, and how the Kareem Hunt video has affected their lives. So I'm wondering what you thought when you first saw the Kareem Hunt tape.
Well, obviously, you look back and you see their similarities. I knew that our name was going to get brought up in the conversation.
I do think people certainly see you as a poster boy for domestic violence caught in a very graphic way on tape. And how do you feel about that?
Early on, you could feel like, oh, why they keep bringing my name up? You can make excuses or you can actually do the hard work.
I've heard you say that there are many underlying things. And as you've had time to reflect and really do a deep dive for both of you,
Yes.
what was the answer you came up for yourself about the underlying issues?
One of the underlying issues for me was I never wanted to ask for help. Football for me was my counseling. It was my therapy. It was my psychologist. It was everything.
Did you see domestic abuse in your own home when you were growing up?
It was more of my mom going through, a bad relationship. That's when I started to realize I was normalizing abnormal things. I was a man at 11, and then at 21, I got drafted and became a boy.
And that was a revelation to you about there are many different kinds of abuse. Is that what you're saying to us?
Yes, that's
and how to process that?
Yes, we didn't have a physical abuse problem, but I can say there were different forms of abuse that took place. Was it emotional, financial? You get to the physical, and that's obviously like, if it's one time, it's still one time too many.
I'm curious, Janae, did you think that you were in an abusive relationship, knowing what he just said, that there are many different forms of abuse?
No, honestly.
You did not?
I just thought we were being a typical, boyfriend and girlfriend. Like we argue and we argue, and I didn't really sit back and think about it until I was forced to think about it.
Desay Rice has never seen the video from inside the elevator, the one where Ray punches her. I think it's so hard for people to understand why you haven't looked at that tape.
I was there.
Yeah.
I lived it. I don't really need to relive it over and over again just to appease the world.
You've also said that was the first and only time.
Yes.
Because you know why you have to reassure people and the doubting Thomases? And I would almost put myself in that group, because it just defies every statistic in the world about what happens in an abusive situation.
Right.
A, that's the first time, and oh, by the way, just happened to be caught on tape. It had never happened before. And B, 4 years later, that has never happened.
Right. All the naysayers, the people who doubt our genuineness, they could spend an hour with us and they will walk away and say, okay,
That's not who they are.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
What do you think, Ray, when you look at it now?
I hate that person. I hate him. Somewhere down the line, everybody was saying, does he deserve a second chance for football and this, that, and the other. I actually got my second chance right here.
With your wife?
During my darkest moments, I used to ask myself, how could she even want to support me? But
a lot of people wondered that.
That's understandable. But I think what's misunderstood about us is that the friends we were before the incident. That's why, like I said, when I look at Kareem's Hunt, I want to know what his life was like. I want to know what happened in life. I know Kareem has apologized and has expressed remorse for the survivors of domestic violence.
But you know what, guys? Apologies mean nothing if people don't feel, A, you've done the work.
You've done the work, yes.
And that you're truly remorseful, and that this isn't just some attempt to get back into football.
Well, see, that for me is something that I understand why was being said early
Perceived
on
that way.
about,
Yeah.
you know, is this a ploy to get back into
Yeah.
football? I mean, I'll be the first one to say it. I don't have to retire to tell you I'm done with football. The pressure I was under of being a star, that was the person I hated the most.
Why did you give this man a second chance?
I know it's hard for people to understand.
It is.
And I'm not here to force people to understand. It was never a thought whether I was going to leave or not, because I knew that that wasn't him in that moment. This is somebody I've known since I was 15 years old. I knew that we had work to do, and I was willing to move forward and put in the work.
You said that you don't want to play football again, Ray, but do you think you deserve a second chance?
No, I didn't deserve another chance.
How seriously do you think the NFL is taking domestic abuse?
I've met with them.
Who?
You know,
The
I met
NFL?
with NFL. They're trying to do the right thing. I know they are working with groups to try to get more of an understanding, and they're doing the work.
In addition to Kareem Hunt, the NFL is also dealing with Reuben Foster. Last month, the San Francisco 49ers released the linebacker after a domestic violence arrest. Just days later, the Washington Redskins signed him, though he's ineligible to play or practice with the team while the NFL continues to investigate. How can people take that the NFL is taking abuse against women seriously?
I know the NFL, they're not trying to push people who do bad things or abuse against women. They're not trying to push those guys on the field.
Have you spoken to Kareem Hunt?
No, I haven't.
Do you want to?
I would love to help anyone that's willing to go the long haul.
Well, we reached out to the NFL, which confirmed that Rice shared his story as part of the league's domestic violence education program. The NFL says that Rice has an important message to share and that his commitment is sincere. And if you're a victim of domestic violence and you need help, you can call the National Domestic Violence Hotline. That's 1-800-7.
Oh, what happened in life?
And I'm not here to force people to understand.
I don't know. You guys tell me your thoughts on this. All right. As far as what you guys just saw, me personally, I don't believe a word of it. I don't believe that it's that just solvable. I think the problem goes deeper than that. And I cannot negate my experience in a domestic violence situation. And the person I was with used to talk just like that. When we were in public, we put on a united front, but behind closed doors, it was a total different ball game. So I don't know, you guys take that for what it's worth. I don't know. I don't believe he's done the work, but who am I, right? This was way back in 2018. Maybe he's done the work. I don't know. I wouldn't know anybody who was still eligible to play NFL. Just like he said, from 11, all of a sudden 21, he had to become a man. He's been playing this all his life. And to be snatched away, not by your own choice, because he wouldn't have just walked away. If he wouldn't have been suspended from that team, you think he would have just woke up one morning and been like, it's too much pressure. I'm just going to quit. Yeah, keep your millions. This is my dream that I've always wanted. I've been working since I was 11 years old. I don't want it anymore. It's too much pressure. Y'all believe that? Really? Gail King referred to him at one point during this interview as the poster child for DB. And he was just like, yeah, yeah. Come on now. Come on. You think he's comfortable with that title? You think he wears it as a badge of honor? You think he shares it at the family barbecues? You think he wants that to be the topic of conversation? Come on now, y'all. Don't let the smooth taste fool you. Don't drink the Kool-Aid. I don't know. I wish them the best, but I just thought it was important for me to bring that up, right? I don't know. It's crazy, right? It's crazy, y'all. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Somebody said real men have self-control, also called being an adult. Exactly. Clearly, the Oompa Loompa has none, right? I don't know, y'all. Somebody said he knowingly said something to piss her off. A lot of influencers like to rage bait for clicks and views. Exactly. Influencers, yeah. Now, before I let you guys, I'm going to let you guys get out of here, but I do want to also remind you guys of something else that came to my mind. If you guys don't remember, do you guys remember Rihanna and Chris Brown? Do you guys remember the domestic violence incident that happened between Rihanna and Chris Brown? That was in 2009, Grammy night, where Chris Brown beat Rihanna the F up. Okay, there's no other way for me to explain it. You know what I'm saying? It's just the way it is, you know? Let me see. That's just the way I see it. Oh, I didn't even know all these comments were here, you guys. Hold on. Let me see. Hold on. I apologize, you guys. I didn't even see all these comments. What is up, KP? Somebody says sometimes when you have body modifications like fake breasts and butts, this stuff can trigger lupus, circulation issues, heart, liver, and kidney function issues, or sometimes it's drug abuse. Okay. Yeah, the modifications, body modifications, I can see that happening. Somebody said, hello, Miss Blonay in chat. Do your thing, girl. Live, hit the like, y'all. Thank you so much for the love. What's up, Allie? You guys listening in. Yeah. So let's go ahead and get into Rihanna and Chris Brown. Okay. Now remember, Chris Brown beat the out of Rihanna. Beat her the F up. Okay. And with a history of violence, first of all, let me show you guys this video. Okay. Let me show you guys this video. Let me show you guys this video. Because Chris Brown in this incident was found guilty of felony assault. Okay. And the way that he talks about this is like he's talking about a one-on-one basketball game. Like what? You guys go ahead and take a look at this video and then I'll talk a little.
Is opening up about the 2009 incident with Rihanna while on their way to the Grammys.
She grabs my nuts, and when she do that, I bite her arm, I think, as I'm driving, because I'm still trying to drive. And it's just like a petty, like stupid fight.
Brown was found guilty of felony assault.
I remember she tried to kick me. It's like just her just being upset, but then I really hit her, like I with a closed fist, like I punched her, you know, and it busted her lip. And when I saw it, I was in shock. I was like, why the hell did I hit her like?
This is Rihanna. This is what Chris Brown did to Rihanna. Because she grabbed his nuts. Do you guys really believe that? Was this warranted? Do you think this was equal, Pasquale, even Steven? Do you think this was an eye for an eye, a tit for a tat? Or do you think he brutally beat this woman?
So from there, she's just spit in my face, like spit the blood in my face.
In a new documentary, Chris Brown, Welcome to My Life, the Grammy winner claimed there was a history of violence in their relationship.
There'll be verbal fights, physical fights as well, mutual sides, and this is the first time I get to say anything. And like I said, I still love Rihanna.
In 2012, Rihanna opened up to Oprah about her feelings towards Chris after the incident.
He was the love of my life. He was the first love. And I see that he loved me the same way.
The couple reunited for a short time in 2014, but the relationship didn't last.
And I know a lot of us will ask why women stay. He absolutely beat Rihanna. This is true domestic violence. Chris Brown is a violent man. This is not the first time that he's been accused or proven to have hit a woman. You guys remember Karrueche? Women often stay in relationships with men who do these type of things, hit them, cheat on them, humiliate them for a number of reasons. None of them are worth it, I mean, right? Emotional, financial, sociological factors, rather than a lack of self-respect, right? The reality of these situations are usually driven by fear. This is what I saw when I looked at Ray Rice's wife. Fear. You could tell that she feared him. Trauma bonding, financial dependency, right? He was a millionaire. Ray Rice was a millionaire. Now, the financial may not be in this case of Rihanna because they both were stars. They both were artists, musical artists. They both had their own money. But this just goes to show you that DV can happen anywhere, anytime, any place, any socioeconomic background. It doesn't matter if you have $1 million or not. Sometimes it's to maintain stability for children, for your children. And these are really like the primary reasons why women stay in such relationships, right? Sometimes it can be a fear of being alone. It can be sort of like a Stockholm syndrome where you have been almost trained to go through this behavior. And this is an epidemic, y'all. In America, this is an epidemic. I bet you can reach out and touch and call a handful of women right now. And they all would have a DV story to tell you. That's alarming. Low self-esteem and manipulation. A lot of times women are manipulated into things like this. These are things and warning signs because red flags don't wave. And if I could just help one woman or man, because sometimes men do get into DV relationships, most of the time it's men against women, right? Men are often stronger than women. Trauma bonding has a lot to do with it. Intense emotional attachment can form through the highs and lows of the relationship. And it makes it incredibly, incredibly hard to break the connection, even when the partner is harmful. I found myself in that situation more than one time. And sometimes you end up asking yourself why while you're in the moment, not like, oh, long 4 score and 7 years ago when I was in, no, while you're actually living it. You'd be like, why in the fuck am I here? Like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, you question yourself, you question your sanity. And a lot of women hope for change. A lot of empty promises are given, right? Promises of change, or they believe that the infidelity was a one time mistake, often because they are loyal to a fault. And we believe in the person. We believe in the person that we originally fell in love with. Now, don't get me wrong, it could just be like cultural pressure, society pressuring you. Like many cultures and religions place high value on maintaining the marriage right off top. Like you may not come from that background, but there are certain religions, certain cultures that do. And that kind of overrides everything. You know what I'm saying? People overlook everything just so you guys can simply meet your cultural and societal standards. And it kind of builds like a stigma against divorce. You know what I'm saying? Against breaking up. And you know what else? A lot of times when you're with somebody for a long time and you're in this relationship, it represents something. It represents like investment. It represents like a meaningful investment. Like we've been together for 5. You know, some people will say that. I've often said that, like we were, man, we've been together for 5 years. It's an investment in time, memories, and effort. You know what I'm saying? And women may feel that it's too difficult to throw away years of history. I know that sounds crazy. I know that sounds crazy. And then, you know, sometimes it can be shame and public image. You know, you want to keep that front. You want to save face and appear to have this phenomenal life. You want to live up to the expectations of what people think that they're seeing. You know what I'm saying? Because when we would look at Chris Brown and Rihanna, we saw a success story. Two beautiful people, two beautifully talented people that were in love. And they wanted to keep that fantasy going. And for women, we often want to save that image and live the image that others see us at, right? Oh my God, they're so cute together. Oh my God, look. It's such a perfect couple. But when behind the scenes, shit's in shambles. It's a shit show. And they appear to have a successful life, even if it's a facade, right? And this can drive women to endure a lot. Humiliation. Because that's what DV is really about. I mean, it really is. It's a big humiliation ritual. And women would rather go through that humiliation ritual over and over again rather than admit to a broken relationship. I'm just saying. Now, I also want to let you guys know that this is not unique just to women, okay? But it's just often like the traditional gender roles magnify that. I don't know, you guys. What do you guys think about it? Let me see what you guys are saying in the chat. I think it's just important to remember, you know? It really is. Let me see. And that's all I got, y'all. Let me see. I know the story. Let me see what you guys are saying. Yes, still married him. Yeah. Running from those guys, even they have, what was that, millions? He said, I believe him, but I don't think she deserves that. But he was triggered. Yeah, that's what this whole conversation is about, controlling that trigger. You know it can be done, right? You can be triggered and still walk away. One person. That's all I want. Just one person that can be triggered and not react. You know you can be triggered and not react, right? You know that it's possible that you can be triggered and just walk away. 2 words. I need one person, one upstanding citizen that can take one for the team and doesn't have to be tit for tat, doesn't have to prove themselves, doesn't have to win, doesn't have to, you're not going to disrespect me, I'm going to get you back. What about you just walk away? We're all triggered. Anybody? One person. Can you just walk away? Just try it right now. I'm gonna come get in your face. I'm gonna yell at you. I'm gonna call you out your name. Not like it ain't happened before. Cause let the right one come in your face. Bet you wouldn't do that. Most of these men, if somebody else came in their face who they knew could take on that challenge and probably beat them to a bloody pulp, they wouldn't take on that challenge. Most men who beat women would not do the same if another man was in their face. Or if that woman, another woman, or that woman had a GUN pointed to your dome, I bet you'd walk away from that trigger. Oh, yeah. You'd walk away from that trigger. That's all I'm saying, y'all. I get it. I get it. 2 things can be true at the same time. You can be triggered and you can choose to walk away. I could be in your face all day calling you all out your name. Let me pull an AK from my motherfucking waist-side and point it at your motherfucking nose. I bet you'd walk away, triggered or not. What do you guys think? Somebody disrespected you to the nines and had nothing in their hand but a twig and a rose. You may very well beat their ass and get the upper hand. But let that same person drop that rose and that twig and pick up an AK and point it at your fucking eye. I bet you'd let that trigger go now, wouldn't you? Before they pulled the trigger, I bet you would let that trigger go, would you? Or would you challenge that and get your head blown off? Or would you think twice and say, maybe I should pick my battles wisely? I don't want my head blown off. I think I'll walk away. But she called you all kind of assholes. She walked up on you. She was all in your face. She was yelling in your ear. It was spit going all in your eye. She disrespected you. We all saw it. Yeah, she challenged your manhood. You're just gonna let that trigger go over a small AK-47? No, you're gonna choose your battles wisely this time, huh? Okay. You gonna let that trigger go? No, she spit in your eye. You remember that, right? Okay. She called you all out your name. She talked about your mama, your grandmama. You just gonna let that go, huh? Oh, it's the AK? Oh, okay. All right. That's all I'm saying, y'all. That's all I'm saying. What's up, Letitia? Hey, Blonay in chat. Just caught the live. Loretta Gibbons. Yeah, y'all. So, like I said, two things can be true at once. You know what I'm saying? Somebody can trigger you, be all kind of wrong. The spit bubbles can get in your eye. They talked about your mama. They talked about your daddy. They ran your dog into the ground. They stepped on the frog and kicked the dog. You know, if you walk away, you'll still live, right? We will forget this moment, right? You know that, right? You don't have to beat her up. You don't got to give her a black eye. You don't got to bust her lip. You know, you can just walk away, right? You know that, right? Yeah, she was wrong. Yeah, I saw that spit. I saw that spit fly in your eye when she was talking. I did. I heard everything she said. She called your mama a hoe and your grandmama a mammy. I heard it all. She called your daddy a sawed-off bastard and said you'd never be anything in life. I get it. Yes, we heard it all. You know, you can still walk away, right? I don't know, you guys, but domestic violence is, I mean, it's going to be what it is, right? Somebody's going to have to be the bigger person. Let me see what you guys are saying in the chat. Let me see. Domestic violence goes both ways most of the time. Yes, it does. Hello, Loretta. What's up? I had one too, and I stayed 11 years. Ow. Yeah, finally woke up. Oh, such a nice feeling to go away. I feel you, Loretta. Yes. Such a great feeling. Yeah, y'all. So I don't know. You know, let's just, petty people make the world go round. I get it. I get it. You know? But I'm glad that you guys were able to join in this conversation. Let me know what you guys think. Like, comment, and subscribe, you guys. And let me give a quick shout out to everybody that's in the chat. I really appreciate y'all. And just FYI, if I didn't tell you, Chris Brown was found guilty of felony assault. Okay. He was found guilty of felony assault in that case. Now, they did get back together. That was in 2009. Rihanna and Chris Brown did get back together in 2014, but they didn't stay together for long. Okay. I don't know if it's sort of like a friendship. I don't know if they tried to rekindle, but they did reconnect. I'll put it like that. They did reconnect in 2014, but it wasn't long. It wasn't long lasting. You guys know, as of today, right now, Rihanna is in a relationship with A$AP Rocky. They have 3 children, right? 2 sons. Wait, RZA, Rocky, and I forgot the other child's name. RZA, Rocky, and I forgot. Dang, and I forgot her third child's name. But yeah, they seem to be happy. I don't know. I covered the case A$AP Rocky, so I was able to see Rihanna and A$AP Rocky in court. And she was pregnant with her third child as well. You know? Let me see. All right, you guys, so let me give you guys a shout out. Let's see, Allie. Thank you so much. I know a couple that I tell them they need to separate for the kids because they be beating the crap out of each other. The woman not afraid of him at all. Yeah, there's cases like that. I mean, it's just a toxic relationship. Somebody needs to walk away because the children are suffering, right? But I get it. It's different scenarios. I get it. I'm behind on news with Deshae. What happened? Oh, Deshae, he slapped a woman that was a contestant on his show he's filming. He was on a boat filming for his on his stream for a show. He's having a dating show, and he ended up getting into an altercation, an argument with the woman. She kind of got in his face. It was back and forth, and he ended up throwing her wig in the ocean, and then ended up slapping her. You know, it was really it was that and the reaction of the people that were on the boat with him. You know what I'm saying? They was looking scared. They were like, oh, I'm going to the bottom. I'm getting out of here. They was all going to the bottom of the boat. And you know what I'm saying? I was just like, what? So we're going to see what comes out of that. You know what? As a matter of fact, let me look right quick and see if there's any update. Hold on. Since we're done with this, hold on. Let me take this stuff down, you guys. Hold on. I just want to go to Instagram right quick. Let's take this down. Shout out to Rihanna too. I know she's a victim in this, and I was taking y'all back. You know what I'm saying? Back down the rabbit hole. But congratulations to Rihanna. She's happy. She has 3 beautiful children. She's healthy. She's definitely recovered from this. I mean, from what we see, you know what I'm saying? There's still maybe scars, but I don't want to leave her up there as a victim. She's definitely come a long way, and I just want to congratulate her, okay, on her life, you know. We don't know what's going on behind closed doors. I did cover the story where somebody, you know, rolled into her house and pow. We don't know if she's in the country, out of the country. I bet you she's not at that house no more in the Hollywood Hills. But shout out to Rihanna, okay? We will not leave her as a victim. She is victorious over that, okay? That was a moment in time. And I use that not as an example, but as a cautionary tale, a wake-up call, and a conversation piece. So we in no way want to leave Rihanna as a victim, okay? As with a lot of people and women who conquer and overcome and survive domestic violence, you are no longer a victim, okay? Congratulations to any and everybody who has been in a relationship like that and who has overcome, okay? And who made it through. You're not a victim, okay? Hold on, y'all, because I want to bring up, let's see what's going on since we've been on here, because there may be some updates on Instagram. So let's just take a quick scroll and spill and see, because we've been on here for like a couple of hours. We don't know. Let's see. Desay Frost. Let's see what's going on. Let me see, guys, if it comes up. Let's see what's going on. All right, so let me pull this up. Let's look, you guys. See if we got any updates. It says, additionally, she lamented the loss of her $500 wig, which she alleges he threw into the water during the altercation. Here she goes, slapping the woman. Woman allegedly assaulted by Deshae. Frost explains boat incident, admits she accepted his apology, then blocked him. Okay, so let's look. So there's been an update. Okay, so let's look at a couple of these because this is an update for what it's worth. Okay, 6 hours ago. Let's see.
What you talking about? Like a lot of the girls that was on the show with me, they had sex with Deshae. I never had sex with him. He wanted to have sex with me. I didn't want to have sex with him. So the night before, y'all, I came up. The night before the video that's going viral right now, I came up with a plan. You want to get in? I came up with a plan that on the boat, the day that we went on the boat, that I was going to, I came up with a plan that, because he told me the night before, like, when we get on the boat, I'm going to call you downstairs to the boat. I'm going to tell all the girls to go upstairs, and I want to have sex with you. I'm not paying no mind. So when he tells me that, I come up with a plan, and I tell the other girls, I'm like, tomorrow he going to try to have sex with me. I'm going to need y'all to, like, keep me with y'all and be like, no, she's not going downstairs. Like, long story short, I'm just making a long story short. The day the boat come, we go through with the plan. He peeped the plan. He's mad as shit. He like, they're trying to keep her up here. I want her to come down here. No, I don't want to have sex. Like, that's why he decked me, because I didn't want to. What you talking about? like a lot of the girls that was on the show with me, they had sex with. It's all because I didn't want to have sex, y'all. And he found out that I told the other girls that I didn't want to have sex with him, and he got mad and he snapped. Threw my wig, hit me. I was drunk, y'all. So like, I was drunk. Stop. Not too much. Shut up. I was drunk, y'all. So I didn't remember how he hit me. I just know he had hit me. And yeah, it was all because I didn't want to have sex with him. Promise to God, I can't make this shit up. And then I told him to get his sister because why would you touch me? I'm from Philly. I'm not fighting a and I'd be damned if I'm somebody viral clip pushed off a boat. So yeah, that's what happened. I didn't want to have sex. Right here, up the guy. I did not. That's what happened. I didn't want to have sex. And he got mad. I don't think he was more mad because I didn't want to have sex. I think he was more mad because I told the other girls what was going on and I was getting them to help me. And they could vouch for me, like Sin and Riley. It's all because I didn't want to have.
Bingo. Tell y'all, it always has something to do with that manhood. Always has to have something to do with them saving face. Their ego is crushed. Their manhood is crushed. Their pride has been tested. And she didn't want to sleep with him. I didn't even know. This is an update. I ain't even seen this video. It's so classic, y'all. It's such a classic case. Now, could she be lying? Yeah. Was I there? No. Was I a fly on the wall? No. In my opinion, I think she's telling the truth. She didn't want to sleep with Shrimpy. And you may take that as a personal attack, but he talks about it. When he was with Blueface, look up the video. He said he had 3 inches or something like that. Come on now. He clowned his own self and told us that his manhood is short. Out his own mouth. He made a joke out of it. More than once. So because she didn't want to sleep with you, and she told everybody, you decided to throw her a $500 wig, being petty people. You need to act your age and not your shoe size. Yeah, I seen that too. Deshae was acting a fool with the twin on the double date with Blue the other day. You freaking weirdo. What's wrong with you? That's why you have to understand people are just more than looks and what money they have in their pocket. Character counts. How you handle situations counts. Remember, character is what they say when you leave a room. And that's why he was butthurt, because it was what they were saying before he entered the room and after he left that motherfucker that got him all in his feelings. Boy, you is not Drake, okay? You is not Drake. Your manhood is small, and I don't mean what's down there. I don't mean that. I mean your manhood. Who you are is small. Not to mention you're short. What's wrong with that? Nothing to me. I used to date short men, tall men, light skinned men, dark skinned men, bald men, men with. I've always been there like that. So don't come for me. But that often puts up a complex with men. They feel like it's they really, it really magnifies their shortcomings and makes them feel some type of way. And when that happens, They constantly have to prove themselves. It's just disrespectful. It's just disrespectful. He was disrespectful. Now, he may have been disrespected, but what started this all? She's explaining to us how they got to where they got to, where she was hopping up, woo, 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 woo. She was probably disrespected first, and that's why she was in his face.
They could vouch for me. Like, I told them, like, please just keep me up here. Like, I don't want to go downstairs with him. I don't want to have sex. He caught on, like, he peeped what was happening. And he even had the security guards grab them and hold them upstairs while he, like, tried to, it was just a lot, y'all. But yeah, but I texted his cameraman at the time because I told everybody a long time ago what happened. Nobody wanted to believe me. So I texted his cameraman at 2:20, and I said, why did it take you 3 years to expose Deshae for hitting me? This is what he said, y'all. He said, I was scared. Back in Cabo, Deshae's bodyguard was trying to beat me up. And Ashley, which is his assistant, Ashley told me they were going to get me up bad if they caught me in Los Angeles. I'm sorry, I didn't leave it in the original series to begin with. I was ignorant. He hit another girl in Cabo too with my deodorant first. That's why she threw a glass that hit Cleo. Blah blah blah. He said I'm genuinely cursed. All of this. Da da da. And basically, he apologized to me, and they could vouch for me. Like, I told them.
Okay, so this explains why them people was running downstairs trying to go up under the boat, like down in the lower deck of the boat. This explains that. Why they were like, oh my God, I'm leaving. They used to, this is not the first rodeo. This is not the first time they happened. They didn't want to be involved with any of this. And they were scared. When you guys look at the video, remember I was like, I wonder why they running down there scared, because that explains it all. Sometimes you got to read the room. You have to look at the body language. You have to look at what's going on and then put the pieces together. Even though the video started in the middle almost of the altercation, of the argument, of the misunderstanding, I could tell by how the people around him were reacting and how it was like, oh, we going down. We can get to the lower deck. Like, I'm like, why are they doing that? Most of the time, people would just stand around. You feel me? If there had been, like, for example, Blueface and DDG standing around, you think they would have been like, oh, I'm going downstairs. Let's get to the lower. They wouldn't have. They would have just been standing around, like on crib, on the dead homie. You know what I'm saying? Chill out. That's what raised my eyebrows. Like, this also explains why when we watched that other clip, it said ex-editor, former editor, because he fired one of the editors. It may not have been her who she's talking to, but the person that she was talking to said he was scared. This wasn't the first time that Deshae had hit somebody. He hit somebody with his deodorant, meaning that he threw his deodorant at another woman and hit her. Pattern of behavior. I knew it. I mean, come on now. I could see it a mile away. But I like to play it out. You know what I'm saying?
It's like when the shit happened, I was defending myself. Nobody wanted to believe me. Deshae got my Instagram deleted. Both of my Instagram deleted twice. He got my TikTok deleted with all my videos and me and my grandpa on there. He's a bitch. But yeah, that's what happened, y'all. Because I didn't want to have sex. I'm gonna turn the comments on. But it's like when the shit happened, I told y'all what happened. Nobody wanted to believe me. Now it's the video out. Now everybody on my dick. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. That happened to you. Y'all. Last time I tried to tell y'all, then got my page deleted, then he got my other page deleted, then he got my TikTok deleted. And guess what? I paid to get it right back. But he threw my $500 wig in the ocean. I should have jumped in that bitch and got my wig. You know how I swim? Yeah, I know how to swim. Y'all keep saying, why didn't I get my leather? He took our phones. couldn't call my brother. It's like when the shit happened, I was defending myself. Nobody wanted to believe me. Deshae got my Instagram.
What?
Deleted it.
Okay, y'all. It's a little bit of insight of what went down. Now, from what I'm gathering, I guess this had already happened, and that video clip was released, and she had been saying all this. You guys heard her say that he got her TikTok deleted, her Instagram deleted a good 2 times. All right, and it can be done. We just saw Smiley, right, delete somebody's or hack into somebody's Instagram live on a video. I don't know why she would do that because it's illegal. But we don't know what's going to happen with that. Remember when she said that she got Zeus's Instagram deleted? So there's people that are going around here that have the ability to delete your account. Okay? Diabolical. Absolutely diabolical. Let's see what else is going on, y'all. At least we got some clarity, right? Now, for those of you guys who didn't see the slap, here it goes. Oh, no, it's not. Oh, okay, hold on. Let me see. This is another one. I thought this was. Deshae was caught on camera. Okay, woman allegedly, let's see, hold on. Woman allegedly assaulted by Desay Frost explains boat incident, admits she accepted his apology after, then blocked him for doing more weird-ish. He's a freak. Are you a weirdo? Deshae, are you a weirdo? We got to stop giving these influencers so many passes, and just because they're an influencer, just because they pocket, they making money, just because they're cute, just because they have this or they have that, we have to start vetting these weirdos. We can't just let them run around and do what they want to do. Because this is how you create a monster, a mini monster. All right? Somebody has created a mini monster. Not we, because I ain't in it. Y'all done created a mini monster running around here with big balls thinking that he running shit. It ain't running nothing but his reputation into the ground and running his mouth and running his pockets low, because you don't last forever. You don't stay on top forever. Okay? Period. You better ride the wave while you can, and you're crashing. You are crashing. But who knows, in this weird world, look, you guys will probably forget about it. You guys probably forgot about it already. He probably back on top. Nobody's saying anything. Nobody's batting an eye. I wouldn't be surprised. Okay? Hollywood Unlocked. Let's go. Let's see what's going on.
I'm just going to say what happened, y'all, once and for all. That I was going, because
her name is Deja Savage, and she speaks on the Desay Frost allegedly assaulting her while filming his dating show 3 years ago. 3 years ago. I thought it was this year. Okay, but that was 3 years ago. So she has been talking about this, and this just resurfaced. Okay, and Desay Frost is 25 years old. It says up here. The woman who streamer Desay Frost is accused of assaulting is speaking out again after a 3-year-old video surfaced of Deshae allegedly striking a woman on the boat. The woman, identified online as Desay Savage, 24, initially broke her silence to allege the streamer struck her after she denied his sexual advances. Okay. Let's see. Hold on, y'all, because we already started.
I was forever like,
I was just trying to see if they had.
I gotta be mindful, right? I just met Deshae 2 weeks before that video. I met him at the club with my friends. We were in the same section because we had mutual friends. And my friends vouched for him. They were like, yeah, you should go on his show. He wants you to go on his show, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, okay, cool. I didn't know he had allegations, y'all. I didn't know he was a freak. I didn't know none of that. I just went from word of mouth. And then a lot of people were saying, like, it was cool with him afterwards. You accepted his apology. Like, yeah. Who wants to be a party pooper? We all were drunk. He apologized. I accepted his apology. We went on about our life. It's the fact that he did some more weird shit to me after he apologized that I'm not going for it, gang. I don't go for that shit. Not going for that shit. No bullshit. Y'all gotta be mindful, right? I just met Deshae 2 weeks before that.
All right, I'm done talking to y'all. I'm done replying to y'all. I just keep finding myself slipping back into my old ways where I'm being disrespectful. I'm calling people out their name. I'm just saying a bunch of curse words, saying a bunch of unladylike things out my mouth, and I'm just genuinely not trying to be that person anymore. I'm just not trying to be on that with y'all. I'm not arguing with nobody about something that happened 3 years ago. Yeah, I'm just gonna let it go. I'm gonna go pray about it, and I just want y'all to leave me alone, please. Just leave me alone. All right, I'm done talking to y'all. I'm done replying to y'all. I just keep finding myself.
So this is the person that he was talking to security. Why did it take you 3 years to expose Deshae for hitting me? So he finally was let go and fired, and I guess this was his get back. So now it's starting to make sense, right? He says, I was scared. Back in Cabo, Deshae's bodyguard was trying to beat me up. And Ashley told me they were going to get me and F me up bad if they caught me in LA. I'm sorry I didn't leave it in the original series to begin with. I was ignorant. He hit the other girl in Cabo with my deodorant first. That's why. And so he crossed the rest of it out. So y'all see it's all coming together, okay? Wow. Okay. So we see
I was
now.
having a good morning. I woke up to me being posted all over the shade room and Twitter. Y'all bothered me. I didn't post that video. I didn't expose that video. Y'all worried about me. Talking about I'm clout chasing. I don't care to post Deshae. I don't give a fuck about Deshae. Excuse my language. I'm trying to stop cursing. But yeah, like, what? I was having a good morning. I woke up to me being posted all over the shade room and Twitter. Y'all bothered.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Go. Oh, shit. Go.
Yeah. Nah, hell no. Hell no. I'm just coming downstairs, bro. This shit too much. Oh shit. Oh shit.
Go. Oh, shit. Go.
Yeah. Nah, hell no. Hell no. I'm just coming downstairs.
If you guys can see right here at the bottom, it says the reason I quit directing 10 episode series on YouTube, no man should ever hit a woman. I pray that the Lord, my God, Jesus Christ, forgives me. So people were quitting left and right. People was not down with that. Look, y'all, it's all starting to come together.
Shut up. Bro, you had to get your sister to rumble me for real. Bro, for real. For real. Get your sister. Get the fuck up. You shut the fuck up. What's wrong with you? Nigga lost his motherfucking mind. Go throw it. I don't give a nigga, I'm not bald head. I'm not your fucking sister, nigga. What are you talking about?
Bet that shit. All right, bet. Bet that shit. All right, bet that shit. I swear to God. No, I swear to God. What I'm
on my fucking life. Don't even take it that far. Don't even take it that far on camera. Do not take it that far. Shut up. Bro, you had to get your sister to rumble me for real. For real. For real. Get your sister. Get the fuck up. You shut the fuck up.
Give me a new fucking wig. That fucking camera on my face. I'll punch you.
Hey.
Give me a new fucking wig. That fucking camera on my face. I'll punch you.
Hey.
Oh shit. Oh.
So if someone come and slap you right now, what would you do?
I'm going to fight.
A girl right now, one of the girls right now slapped you. What would you do?
I'm going to uppercut her.
You're gonna fight a woman?
If she hits me, yes. If you can hit a man, you can get hit like a man. I'm sorry. I'm telling you. Why the fuck would you uppercut me? What the fuck?
I didn't say uppercut. I said slap.
Then I'm going.
You ain't never been slapped before?
And we exchanged.
Yo, hey yo.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh.
So if someone come and slap you right now, what would you?
All right, y'all. So that's the update. That is the update. Okay. I think that's about it. I think that's the update that we were looking for. Okay. The rest of them are just repeats, basically. Yeah. That's it. Yeah, these are more just basically the update. You know what I'm saying? So there you have it, y'all. We found out exactly what happened. This was 3 years ago, and she didn't press any charges, do anything like that. Sometimes you got to pick your battles wisely. It's good to know the details because we was trying to put the pieces of the puzzle together, right? You said he's my son's age. Craziness. Yeah, what is he, 25 or 24, 25? Yeah. But that's all I got, y'all. Let me give a quick shout out to everybody that blessed me in the chat, kept me hyped, kept me company. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for stopping in. Letitia Jones, Joy, 3000, Loretta Gibbons. Thank you so much for tapping in, you guys. Allie. Let's see who else. And if I missed you, I will catch you on the next live. I apologize for that. Let me see. I think I got everybody. Sharon. Thank you so much, Sharon. Shout out to you. Shout out to Loretta. Shout out to the Coco G Show as always. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Shout out to KP. Bentine, The Truth. Thank you, thank you. Miss Cheryl. What's that? Maja 20. Thank you, thank you. All right, y'all. It's been a pleasure, y'all. It's been real. I gotta go. Goddess Stacia, thank you. Thank you so much, y'all. Shout out to you. Shout out to that Bombshell News. Shout out to Keita 4040. I appreciate you guys. 6-figure days. Let me see. All right, like I said, V Cherie, what's trending tarot? I appreciate y'all. All right. That's all I got. I will see you guys on the next. Vanessa Dukes, Taisha Moss. I will see you guys on the next video. Make sure you turn on your notifications, and I'll see you guys on the next video. Until next time, America.